Josefa Cariño Tauli. I'm an Ibalay Kankanay Igorot from the Cordillera region in the Philippines.
I'm Mihanta from Madagascar.
I'm Tenzin Samten speaking from Nepal. In the month of February 2020, I got the very wonderful opportunity to attend CVD's second working group meeting, which was held in Italy, Rome. So I'm gonna share some of my experiences.
Tafo Mihaavo, in collaboration with Malagasy Biodiversity Network, organized a two-day workshop for national consultation. It was held in order to have a better understanding of local communities and youth concerns and to get their perspectives about our shared future. From the local to national perspectives, we analyzed the zero draft on post-2020 global biodiversity framework and give our recommendations for the open-end working group 2 negotiations.
It was also my first time attending the meeting, and it was so tough for me, honestly. Meeting is not a small meeting. This is such a big platform where people from the entire country, like all the different countries, are coming together to work together and exchange views together. It was so wonderful, and I got to learn so much things, and I was so inspired by them, and they encourage us, and they are always ready to work together, and they are always working to support and help each other.
I'm a member of the Global Youth Biodiversity Network, which is the official coordination platform for youth participation in the CBD. And among other issues, we have been advocating for the recognition of the importance of meaningfully including and engaging young people in biodiversity-related decision-making and implementation, the recognition of intergenerational equity and responsibility, the need for transformative education to play a big part in the post-2020 framework, and the importance of taking a rights-based approach in developing and implementing biodiversity actions. I also participate in the International Indigenous Forum on Biodiversity, which is the caucus of indigenous peoples and organizations in the CBD. So some of the issues that the IIFB brings attention to is the need to recognize the important role that indigenous peoples and local communities play in biodiversity conservation and sustainable use. And with this should come the recognition of the rights of indigenous peoples and local communities to their territories and resources, and their right to govern and manage these on their own terms.
The whole week was so memorable for me. I got to meet lots of youth like me from different countries. The most memorable one is the time that we spent in the beginning of the session, also at the last session. So it was so good because we all of we sit together, eat together, and then we share our views and what we do in our community with each other, and like everyone is so encouraging and so hardworking.
My favorite moment and memorable one was when I delivered the closing statement for Global Youth Biodiversity Network. It was the first time for me to take the floor among many peoples, and it was a very stressful and also exciting moment. It was only 3 minutes, and I felt many types of feeling at the same time, and I was feeling very honored and privileged to speak on behalf of youth from all over the world and bring their voice in this international arena on biodiversity negotiations.
because it necessarily brings the voices from the ground, so from those who know and who depend upon and who work with and care for biodiversity so well, to the global decision-making processes. These processes could so easily be detached from the reality on the ground if these voices are not being represented in these spaces where the decisions are being made.
To get strong commitments and efforts by all stakeholders, especially by parties, to solve this global crisis and to show us their political will that is needed to lead us for this transformational change for the next decade.
My biggest hope for the post-2020 framework is that our world's decision makers will have the political will to really change things and to do the right thing and do the hard thing of implementing solutions to our world's systemic problems, and to really try to move away from this destructive normal that so many people have gotten used to.
I really hope that at the end of all this process of negotiations, we will have a new global framework that is ambitious enough, but also a framework that brings fair and effective solutions that will be implemented at international, regional, national, and local level to halt biodiversity loss, while the rights of local communities and indigenous peoples are recognized and respected for our shared future.
I hope this framework will really try to address the root causes of biodiversity loss, and I hope that it will no longer look away from the effects that inequality has on the things that it's trying to solve. So like inequality in age, in gender, in income, in land tenure, and that it will really seek to listen to the voices of the underrepresented and deliver what they need.